Hey everyone, and welcome to All Talk. This is the podcast where we dish our hottest takes and have real conversations around all things media and pop culture. So go and grab a snack and a seat, because this is All Talk.
All right, I'm gonna go. Welcome back, viewers, to All Talk. It is one of your awesome hosts, Jeffrey, the guy with the beanie, and the Jack Skeleton today.
I'm Ulises, as always, just here, vibes, you know.
Belt. No, I'm playing. It's Milo. I'm tired.
His motto.
You're a very tired author. Yeah.
And I'm Jasper, and I'm just here.
Vibes.
Vibes indeed. Vibes indeed. All right, so the last episode, someone introduced a really fun game. And the reception to that has been very well, so we are going to definitely play
According
it
to
again.
you guys.
Oh yeah, according to me and the rest
Internally,
of
we
the
enjoyed it.
we love it. We love it.
As a collective.
Right.
Yeah, it was very fun.
But yeah, basically, we're going to do another segment of TikTok right now. So we're going to change some rules here. Basically, instead of 1 minute, we're sticking with 2 minutes from now on to give them time to think. And at the same time, I'm also going to add some questions to it too, and they need to answer it correctly. They're going to do this thing, slap the table, and whoever slaps the table first, then they're going to answer it first. And yeah, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ready, Freddy?
All right, let's stick and talk. Thoughts on the new Fantastic Four trailer, Ulises?
I don't think I've seen it.
I thought we were.
No, not yet. Dude, for questions. Questions.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
again. Yeah, thoughts on the Fantastic Four trailer?
Haven't seen it.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty interesting, but where does it fit in the MCU?
Good. It's really good.
The film Sinners overperforms in the box office. Is it well deserved?
I'll find out Friday.
Yes, yes, and yes.
It needs more.
Minecraft surpasses $720 million in the box office.
The kids love Jack Black.
Please don't.
Everybody loves kung fu fighting.
Question. Okay, Kendrick Lamar's first performance in the Super Bowl was in 2022.
Ooh.
What year is his second performance?
24.
We in 25.
I know.
You're ding ding
Yeah,
ding.
you got it.
Alright.
Forgot what year.
Quick opinions on Pedro Pascal leading several movies and TV shows.
Who?
Pedro Pascal.
Next.
Disney went to The Last of Us, and now he's just sweeping up every single movie at this point. He is on a run.
Go back to Star Wars, please.
All right, new movie announcement: Star Wars Starfighter. Will it get released or canceled?
Hopefully it gets released.
Disney's probably going to cancel it.
I hope it gets released because Ryan Gosling's attached.
Oh, please don't cancel it.
Okay, shows or movies you're looking forward to in the next 30 days?
A bunch of reality TVs that's coming out.
All the shows I'm watching right now, I'm already happy with.
Mando. No, that's it. Nothing.
Question: so far, there are 5 Final Destination movies that got released. What movie serves as the first appearance of Michael Myers?
Halloween.
Exactly. Good. Question. Netflix, Disney Plus, Max, and Apple TV are some of the streaming platforms. Okay, that's it.
Damn.
No, ask the question.
Yeah, ask.
All right. Netflix, Disney Plus, Max, and Apple TV are some of the streaming platforms that exist right now. Where can I watch Game of Thrones?
Max.
Damn.
But yeah, that's basically the
And,
search.
one who put his hand out.
And Netflix.
There's no answer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fuck the rules.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, it's Max and Netflix.
huh?
Back outside. He don't
Nigga,
make me mad.
I live.
Yeah.
All right. Let's.
All right.
Who
so,
are you?
You know me. I'm A$AP Rocky. No, I'm playing. Today I'm Ryan Coogler, or you can just call me Jeffrey. And welcome back to All Talk with All Hands.
Yes, sir. I'm the other guy.
we don't have to do the name introductions.
Oh.
That was fun though.
So fuck us.
Fuck what we talking about. Yeah.
Hey, but I will say this though. I will say this. You guys enjoying the episode? Leave a comment down there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It will help us out. It will help everyone else out hearing how much we love about film and TV. So
Please.
everyone can stay engaged.
Please subscribe, please.
We're begging.
Please.
Please. I'm literally on my hands and knees, like, pause, but like
they can
literally.
Hey, look, if y'all subscribe, you get to see another episode. So don't forget to hit that bell icon so you stay notified.
Listen, shout out to the people who already got it, because we don't even gotta tell them. Like, y'all real as hell.
And then of course we got to shout out Nick Fury.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Nick.
Yep, yes we do.
And then Jasper has one back behind the camera, so shout out to Jasper. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jas.
And lastly, a resounding shout out to our Patreon that we now have set up. You can go subscribe to our
Yeah.
Patreon.
The link will be in the description, and then if Facebook
Yep.
allows, there'll be a card right up there.
We have different tiers, you know what I'm saying? We got 3 tiers. Three
Yeah,
tiers of
we
all
got
of
tiers.
Yeah, the first
You know,
two tiers are the most affordable. We got $2 tiers, the base one, you get access to the Discord and full-fledged episodes before they come out. The $5 tier is the one where you get BTS footage of just us setting up, us riffing, messing around, like pre-talking about our topics to like get us all primed up for it and everything like that. Exclusive stuff. And then we got some, and then the other tier is like the max tier, and that's where you get special benefits that I will not get into now because they're Patreon exclusive. So go subscribe and join the Patreon.
Thank you.
Link down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, no, we try to be as budget friendly as possible.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, it'll be dope if you guys did tune in. We'll be interacting in that Discord. So
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Yes.
definitely.
It's already set up.
It'll be
so-
vibes. It'll
I
be
got
fun.
I got noties on already,
Yeah.
just in case.
It's
Any
already set
questions?
up.
I got y'all. Any
Okay.
movie recommendations? I got y'all.
Hey.
But of course, there's rules.
I want
Keep it cute.
I want somebody to come in and and ask for movie recommendations, and when Jeffrey answers, say, "No, I want Ulises." Actually,
Okay, listen.
So I know I'm the punching bag, but come on, man.
Bruh.
Come on, man, please. I got tossed around too much. All right, so as a punching bag, as a punching bag, as a punching bag, as a punching bag.
Right.
Okay.
yeah, all right.
See what I'm dealing with here? All right, but honestly, it's been a long day. Like, I just came from school. And the day before that, after school, I picked up my friend right here, Milo, what's up? And we decided to take a trip all the way down to San Francisco. And, man, that was one long drive.
Parking fucking sucks.
Parking was expensive. It said $5 an hour. That was like a 2.5 hour movie. Why did it charge me $24?
Bruh.
Yeah,
That math ain't mathin'.
Was that was like more than the ticket?
yeah,
Yeah.
For like the movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That was more than a ticket. I got the tickets on a discount. It was $17 each.
Damn.
Parking costs more than a
That's
ticket.
still insane though.
Yeah,
$17 for a
we
movie
didn't
ticket.
even get concessions.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that would have been $100.
Nah, I walked out broke. And then just the way back home alone.
Just a quiet fuming after paying $24.
It wasn't even
It
fuming.
wasn't even that. Like, we almost got hit by a car.
Oh, shit.
Because she wasn't paying attention. Like,
She was on her phone.
yeah, then she's trying to look for parking. Sean was swerving out of honk
Yeah.
at her. And then, like, we're on the freeway. So that's a 7-Eleven because we was hungry. There was a car tailgating the fuck out of us.
Yeah.
Like, kissing my bumper. I was like, I turned on my hazard lights.
And this was after Center, so like Jeffrey wasn't paranoid. He was just driving. I was paranoid. I was like, "Why is this car following us? Who are you?
Yeah,
The sun's going down. Why are you following us?"
I turned on the hazard lights. He went zoom all the way
Yeah.
to the left lane. It was crazy.
Yeah,
It reminds me of that Family Guy clip. She's like, I have to move over 7 lanes. Shout out to everybody.
And you went. It was like that pretty much. It was
7
like that.
lanes. Wow.
And I'm sorry,
Fuck.
the parking in San Francisco was so bad. Like when we got to 7-Eleven, like it was a.
So you guys went to 7-Eleven in San Fran?
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
a slope. We were hungry. It was a slope, and it was like super tight too. I don't know how I managed to, but I reverse parked in that.
King of parking for real.
Like all clean and everything, and we saw like a little room left. And then after that, like it was super steep. I'm talking about like.
That's crazy.
This nigga warned me when he got in the car, put both hands on the wheel, and went, "This is about to get bumpy."
Yeah, because like I need to put the pedal down so I can just have enough to just go up. Because if I don't, I'm backing up, crashing to 7-Eleven.
Literally, like that's how
Yeah,
close we were
yeah,
to
that-
the
yeah.
wall of
That's
7-Eleven.
crazy.
Yeah. We would have gone through some glass.
Yeah, but it was all smooth. I don't need to call insurance or anything. After that, it was just smooth sailing back to San Jose. But all of that to watch I'm going to probably argue one of the best movies of this year.
F1 hasn't come out. Don't say that.
I said one of.
All right.
Probably the best. So
Just shaking the table.
All right. I'll take that. I'll accept that. F1 isn't out yet. Shouts out F1. I want that.
So we went to watch this at one of the 10 theaters that is showing this in the Academy 1.45 aspect ratio in 70 millimeter film. We watched Sinners. And I wish it went opening night because we would have saw Ryan Coogler.
You and opening night, man.
No.
We would. The fact that Ryan Coogler was at the theater that we went to just a few days late, we missed a chance to see him and missed a chance to get film strips. Like, come on.
Oh shit, they were giving film strips.
They were
giving
That's
film strips,
sick.
yeah.
From they've copied the actual reel from whenever they
That's
filmed
what's
it.
up.
Because Ryan Coogler has he worked at a deal where he has the final cut of the movie, which is
course, yeah.
well, no, that's rare though. Like I don't even think Steven Spielberg has the final cut to Jurassic Park. Like that's how rare it
shit.
is. Yeah,
Okay.
We talked about it in the car. George Lucas has the final film has the final cut for the first three Star Wars.
but not the
Yeah,
next
but not
three.
I don't think he has it for the other one. He might through Lucasfilm, but that's not privately
Right.
Yeah,
owned.
because
you know what I'm saying?
Disney owns it now too.
Yeah.
So.
So the fact that he was able to swindle that deal was insane. And also he gets instead of it being he gets a cut of the box office afterwards, he gets first dollar cut.
Oh.
So this whole weekend, money to him.
Yeah, bread.
Dude,
Yes,
he's,
right.
he's, first of all, he's getting his money back. Opening night, 40 million. Budget's
That's
90 million.
Yeah.
Damn. So
The
it
next
must
day-
he
the next day he
definitely
broke
surpassed that now.
Yeah,
huh?
no, the next day he broke even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so not including marketing, of course, but
Well, yeah, because it's 90, you got to double it.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
You know I had to double it.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, this guy is high key on a generational run.
Okay, hold on.
He's only done 5 movies.
Before we get into it though,
Oh, big ass spoiler warning.
yeah, it's a huge
The
spoiler
biggest
warning.
spoiler. I'm about to get. Okay, he's gonna talk about the technical shit. I'm gonna get into the story because I'm a writer. Massive. The biggest spoiler warning you've ever seen. We're spending enough time on this so that you can't bitch and complain later. It's the big ass spoiler warning right now. I swear to God.
and in case y'all don't read the subtitles or anything, the editor Jasper, thank you. He's just gonna have a big old spoiler just slapped right on the front.
Right.
Yeah. And then if you also want to look at the description because you heard our Patreon shout out earlier, it's gonna be there too. You can't miss it. You can first top comment on YouTube video, spoiler warning.
Yes,
You're not gonna miss it.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
We're talking about Sinners, so do y'all a favor, buy some tickets, watch that movie.
Yeah.
And then come back.
Yeah, and
to
then
hear
come
the
back.
discussion.
And then come back.
Yeah, because it's about to get real.
Yeah, it is. It's about to
I'm
get.
scared.
It's so heavy. All right, so I'm gonna let you take away first with the technical shit because the story shit that I researched and all that stuff is gonna be a minute. So I want you to get into your technical, get it all out first.
All right. Well, first of all, I gotta say this was my first movie that I've seen in film.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't see Super 8 in theaters?
No.
Oh,
I missed Oppenheimer because all the tickets were sold out, so I was forced to watch it in digital IMAX, and the seats in AMC at Eastridge are not comfortable.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't as a child.
At that point, I was like, I wish I just watched it in Dolby, and then just bought the DVD.
Hold on.
afterwards.
Side note: they just need to blow Eastridge up and start over because
No,
that,
please.
that mall is so sad.
No, please don't blow it up. We need to keep the ghettos over there.
Friends of the pod, shout out to the ghettos.
Hey, please, because the story for Sinners is insane, and the fact that you said that while we're talking about man,
I'm weak.
Bro, the movie opens up with these niggas picking cotton. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No,
Wait,
I'm
so are you saying
sorry.
slaves are ghetto?
That's what he's implying.
No,
That is
that's
not
what
what I was
you
talking
implied.
No. I implied that slavery in itself is bad because it birthed the ghetto.
I love the way
Under
you,
the
I love
oppression
way
of
you
the white
maneuvered
man.
love how you maneuvered out of that one.
Had to.
Yeah, I've been
Media
to,
training.
I've been there for so many years. Yeah, it's gone downhill. I just go to a different mall now. Please don't ruin that one.
I'm
for me, too.
screaming.
Okay, where was? Oh yeah, this was the first movie I seen in 7 years. Y'all got me distracted. This is the first movie I saw in film, and it's a different experience. You can see the flicker of the film just going through, and it was surreal. You can see the grain.
Oh, sick.
in the celluloid.
You can, yeah. You can see the grain. You can also see, they call it cigarette burns, but you can see it at the beginning.
Yeah,
You
I
remember that?
already
Yeah.
saw like a bit of that,
Yeah.
like the distortion, like that wearing out already. Like you can see like a few lines,
Yeah.
a few of the dots.
There's
yeah.
a few lines. There's like like in the opening, whenever it's like doing like the title card for Sinners, like there's like a cigarette burn almost like on like the far right.
Okay, that one I missed.
Yeah.
Because like the screen is huge.
It's so fucking
huge.
Yeah.
So when I say you definitely want to sit as further back from the screen as possible to get the best viewing experience, I am not kidding.
Yeah.
I chose the second to last row, and I still had to move my neck.
And
a
I
little
still
bit.
thank you for that.
Yeah. See, I was gonna go on Sunday, but then the only seats left were on the front. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, breaking your neck to watch a movie is not fun.
It's not. But I probably would for this movie. This movie is insane. Like this
Movie's
movie is
great.
insane.
I'm gonna pre-order this when it gets out on like Apple TV and
Nice.
stuff like that. I'm gonna pre-order the movie.
Physical release, please. Steelbook, digibook.
I'm gonna get that too.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get that.
But I need it digital too. I need it digital.
It comes with digital.
Oh.
It comes with digital with the physical release. So
That's what's up.
yeah, so you can.
I don't go out though, so I'm gonna get it digital first
Just-
before I order it off
pre-order-
Amazon.
Pre-order online. That's fine.
I said I'm gonna do that first.
Okay. All right, cool.
You didn't let me finish,
All right.
Jeffrey.
All right, and just it was absolutely beautiful watching it in 70
Yeah, it
millimeter
was.
film. Like the way that they like when the story gets dramatic, that is when you see the full aspect ratio. It is insane. And like there's times where they cut like back and forth to it, and then there's like certain sequences in the movie where you will physically see the aspect ratio change from the ultra Panavision of 2.76 to 1 aspect ratio all the way up to 1.43. Just seeing that
like
sequence.
like the opener whenever he was riding the car up to the church.
Oh, that one just started straight at 1.43.
Yeah, that was great. And then it cut to
cut to
yeah, whenever he entered the
2.76.
church. Yeah, man. That was dope. And then there was like other scenes too that on like the topic of what you're talking about, like the I lied to you montage. Yeah.
Ooh, that one was.
And then the oneers were great too, man.
Yeah, it was the I lied that had the oner. It was.
No, it was that one, and then it was
It
the
was
other one
great.
where
It
they
was-
killed the snake and then they drove off.
Yeah.
That was
Honestly, like, I'm a guy that loves oneers, like especially when it's done right. And that was one of the most. I probably.
I was
I
up there
mean,
with
like,
Daredevil.
Unfortunately, for me, the studio episode 2 has like the crown for like the craziest oner because the entire episode's a oner. But this is like second place when it comes to oneers I've seen by far
What
this
studio?
year. The studio with Seth Rogen on Apple TV Plus.
Oh.
Yeah, the entire
Really?
that entire episode was the oner. So
Well,
yeah,
the bear does that too, though.
Well, I haven't watched it. I only seen one episode of the bear.
Man.
I have a reason.
I haven't
for
seen it either.
I haven't seen it. There's a reason for that. and
That's
I'm not gonna
that's
get
the
into
chef show, right?
it.
Yeah,
the
it's
chef.
With Ayo?
really good. It's really.
Is it Ayo or Ayo? Edibiri.
I think it's Ayo. I think it's Ayo. I'm sorry.
Ayo.
I'm sorry.
Ayo.
You're great. I'm sorry.
And the sound. I mean, I might riff on the visuals a little bit more because oh my gosh, the color, like it felt so real, and like some of the shots were just so breathtaking. Like one of the shots towards the end where they're just watching a guy burn into flames. It was insane, and just seeing that in like that complete full frame, in IMAX. It was like beautiful. I wanted it. I was waiting to see that shot because that's all in shows. And just seeing it in IMAX, it was so surreal.
And the camera panned up to showcase like how high it was getting to. Yeah,
It
that was great.
insane. It is beautiful.
Okay, question.
Yes.
Would you say that it's shot better than Wicked?
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna have to say
I'm not
yes.
hating. What the fuck? I
I'm
saw
gonna have to
Wicked.
say yes to this one. I say
Yeah.
this one was like definitely shot better than Wicked. Like Wicked, like it is a beautiful movie. The set decoration
Yeah.
was absolutely amazing. Like the attention to detail in that one's amazing. But then to play with 2 aspect ratios. One of them, it's like stacking the frame like 4 times on top of each other.
That's crazy.
And to be able to do both at the same time and play with it in such a way in pivotal story moments, that takes a lot of planning.
Yeah.
Especially with that one. And film's expensive.
It
Film's
is.
expensive. It's more expensive than digital. And then the development apparently happens overseas.
It
It's
earned
expensive.
it earned its budget. It
Yeah.
did,
Oh, wow.
And they did
that's
all
what
that
I'm
in
saying.
90 million. Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the part that threw me off.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it looked like a $200 million movie.
Yeah, I was like, this one has to be at least 100 million, at the very least.
Yeah.
And then it was just a little bit under that, but give or take 10 million. I was like,
Who was the studio?
Warner Brothers.
Oh,
That's what I'm
and they
saying.
didn't give him 100 million.
They
got the money.
Well, no, it's probably not even that. He probably just didn't need it.
Yeah,
Because like a lot
I'm
of
sure
the
majority just went
'cause,
to
like,
getting the film, huh?
because a lot of the sets are like pretty like you see the city, like the little small town that they're in, Clarksdale. It's called Clarksdale. Like the little town that they're in for like maybe I want to say like 35 minutes of the movie, and then the rest of the movie's in this fucking like sawmill that they retrofitted into a juke joint.
That's crazy.
And like that's like
Overnight,
and that's the set for the rest of the movie.
Oh.
Like even that, like when you get to the end of the movie, it's still that same set. It's just during the day. Like it's that
Yeah.
the set stays. They destroy the set, but it's still the location.
That's pretty cool.
So I guess not. I guess they didn't need that extra money to pay for property taxes and shit.
Yeah.
The entire story took place in one day. You forgot about that, didn't you? The entire story was all in one day. Well, technically two.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, all right. It's 2 days. Okay, it's 2 days plus a night and then a morning.
And then a time jump.
Yeah, they do a time jump, and then the post credit scene is the
Oh,
morning.
yeah, I heard
is the
that there
morning
was two.
before the
The
second
morning
day.
before.
The morning before the second day.
So technically 4 days, but then
But in total, 2 days.
98% of the movie
2 days.
was in one day.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah. It was 1 day. Yeah, 1 day. 1 day. Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane.
Because
And
we'll
then
get there. We'll get there.
No, I liked how like the first opening shot mirrored like one of the last shots in the movie too. Like when he was driving in the car.
Oh
into
no,
the
that
church.
was the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it started in media res.
Yeah. I liked how they did that.
Yeah, it bookended it, yeah.
Narratively, that was very nice.
Yeah, and then we also got to see the continuation of that scene at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah, it was.
We're gonna get there.
nice.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah,
we're gonna get story wise. Story wise,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna get
get
there.
Okay, but I just wanna.
I'm so lost, but I'm glad you
I'm
guys are.
gonna set the stage.
I see the passion.
I'm sorry. I'm just. So like there is different formats of this movie too. So we watched it in probably one of the, I would say, more expensive and harder to
Arguably
get.
the best one.
Definitely the best one.
Yeah.
Not the rarest, because the rarest one is like the Ultra Panavision in 5 perf 70mm film, which only 5 theaters have that in total.
Do you know the Hive?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay.
I think 2 are in SF though.
Really?
I think either 1 or 2 is in SF because he set it up so that like they would at least like Oakland, the Bay Area would at least have like all of the versions.
Right. I mean,
Because he's from Oakland. Ryan Coogler is
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Oakland.
he's a local guy.
Yeah.
Come on, local.
So I'm pretty sure that like
Friend of the
I think
pod.
SF and Oakland have like all of the theaters that like you could show all the versions of the movie.
Because like we have the 4DX like over at Valley Fair, Valley Fair, Oak Ridge, and that one's the one with like the
seats
shaking
move,
chairs,
yeah.
and then like the liquid spitting at you.
Wait,
What is it?
What?
Yeah, no, that's actually crazy.
Yeah, I was-
Wait, you mean to tell? No. All right, no.
No, like what is it? I saw
gonna get there.
I saw the Lazarus Effect when it came out.
Oh God.
And I saw that in 4DX.
How was
and
Donald Glover in that movie?
He was good. I like
Nice.
him.
Was
I
he
like,
the main character? Like one of the main characters?
Yeah, he was one. Of
Okay.
them.
Because I knew he was in that movie. And I was
Yeah.
like, it's a horror movie. I'm not gonna watch it.
I mean, I don't think it was that scary, honestly.
Okay.
It was that one was just like more suspenseful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this one's scary as shit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, and then we have the standard and the aspect ratio that they intended it for in the 2.76. That one you can just find in many theaters. And then there's the Screen X, which has just like a whole field of view. There's like extra panels on this, like 2 extra panels on the side during certain sequences. And then
You mean to tell me we could have seen more of the backdrop during some of those scenes?
I probably, yeah.
God damn it. All right.
Yeah, it seemed my struggle with the choice, but then I decided the film is probably the best option. In my
The film
opinion.
was the best option,
Yeah.
but like now that I've seen it in its like original intended format, now I'm willing to like go out and like see like the extra versions of it on some like random bullshit. Like I'm
Yeah,
down for
and
that.
then there is another one where it has like several more panels on the side for like extra sequences too. Then of course there's the Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos.
Period.
Yeah, And honestly, if I were to choose that one, I would have been happy. Recliner seats and everything. Like I like recliner seats. And of course, like that one's gonna be in like high dynamic range. Like he kind of broke it down a little bit during his like video on Kodak's YouTube channel.
That was a great video.
It was a really great video.
Yeah. If you don't want to go to YouTube and you're lazy, TikTok, Warner Brothers TikTok upload the entire video.
Oh, say less.
Yeah, they have the entire video where like it's like him holding the film strips and everything like that and explaining it. Yeah, that's all on TikTok.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude. You can tell this guy has a passion for this.
He loves it.
Like it is so refreshing. I mean, like we saw it with like Greta Gerwig and definitely Christopher Nolan, like during that Barbenheimer.
But like this is the first time I think ever that like a black person is this interested in this like dedicated to film that we've seen, to the point that like a budget, like large budget scale movie. What the fuck? Oh, because you look behind me and I was like, what the fuck? But not like a large.
I'm just about that concept.
Yeah, no, but like a large budget scale movie on this scale where he's so intricately and so clearly passionate about it that like it's like almost infectious.
It is.
Yeah, because like Tyler Perry, like, you know, he loves movies. Like, he loves film and loves movies. And
Whoa.
Listen, this is like one of the few times I'm praising the man.
I'll take it.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, he's done great for the industry. So
he's done great for our
we can't
people.
knock
Absolutely. Shouts out. Thank you, I guess. But like, if you like look at like Tyler Perry clearly loves film. But like he doesn't get into like the intricate nuances of it or like talking about how he made it outside of like, oh, I wrote the script in like a week or like 2 days. But like Ryan Coogler is like, no, I wrote the script and then here's the camera work and then here's how I.
He was very active in like every aspect.
Every aspect, like costume. He even talks about costume design, set design. Like he was very much like, oh yeah, no, my granddad had a bunch of blues records and this is inspired by him. X, Y, Z. Like he goes into like the intricate depth of it, and I think to your point that's really interesting. I think it's like one of the first times we've seen that in terms of like black media. Yeah,
he is. When I say he's on a generational run, like concept film, Fruitvale Station, then Creed, a franchise film, then Black Panther,
another one. Yeah.
Question: can we say, like, I'm thinking about just like other black filmmakers. Do you think like Issa Rae would fall in that, or do you think that she's more of just like a modern day, just like actor filmmaker versus like I guess a Ryan Coogler who's like, you guys are saying, who has so much like tenacity and so much like emphasis in this? Like what separates like another like black filmmaker from this man? Because
nothing. It's just that like time will tell. You see what I'm saying? Like if this was Black Panther 1, like if we were sitting here talking about Black Panther 1, we wouldn't be saying these things because like time didn't tell us. Like all we knew off rip was just like, oh, yeah, no, he's dope. He made a really good movie. It's for the people, X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
It wasn't until that like
superhero movies.
Exactly, groundbreaking superhero movies, all that stuff, right? But it wasn't until this movie where he sat down and like really geeked out and really nerded out and like full on expressed and explained the process in which he made the film. Whereas an Issa Rae or even a Tyler Perry or even more seasoned directors and stuff like that, like Denzel, who directed Fences, didn't. So like it's not really like what separates them, it's just what they haven't done yet. Now Denzel is more of an actor, so he's getting into his directing bag. So so again, time will only tell. But for Ryan Coogler, with the 5 films he's based on and like how long he's been in the industry, which is a shorter time compared to Issa Rae and Denzel. Now Washington, obviously, but it's not the level of access, it's not the level of fame or any of that. It's more so of just time will tell, literally.
okay.
I would say differently. I would not classify Issa Rae and Ryan Coogler, like try to pit them against each other because they approach things differently. Because like Ryan Coogler, he is the guy that like writes the script and then of course directs it. He's the guy behind the camera, moving all these things. Issa Rae is behind and in front of the camera, and she's a producer too.
Like all around.
Yeah. So like I don't want to pit them against each other because they both do their craft differently and very well at it too.
I guess like I don't know if pitting them against each other was like the purpose of what I was saying. Is more of like categorically.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just like I feel you guys are really hyping this man up and like well deserved.
I'm hyping the movie
like
up.
you know like
He's
but,
cool.
His best movie by far, in my opinion, at least.
But like I guess what I'm trying to like understand is like, does he like supersede most of the black filmmakers that we have at the moment, and like what is the like context behind that? Because like One of Them Days came out, and we were happy about it. We were excited.
I love that
but
movie.
it wasn't at this level of like expression of, like, you know, Issa Rae is the best filmmaker. Like,
Well,
you know,
that's
that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, what separates him from like these other black filmmakers? Is it just the fact that he's more hands-on? But we're also only seeing what people are putting out. Like, you know, we don't necessarily know like how in depth all these people are into their work. You know, we only know because Ryan Coogler made all this content surrounding this movie. You know, so I'm just like trying to understand like categorically like what
It comes down to you're only as good as your cast.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Keke
saying
Palmer was amazing.
what.
Keke Palmer was amazing.
No, Keke Palmer's amazing.
Yeah.
So is SZA. They're all great. They're all great. But that's it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would
Like,
say it would be the budget and then how they marketed it.
That-
was definitely a different
Yeah, those
approach.
those two things. But it's also you're as good as your cast. You only had SZA and Keke Palmer in the Issa Rae's movie,
Right.
And this one,
there is a lot of good actors in.
I'm not saying there weren't.
I mean, but they're
I'm
like
not-
smaller names.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
compared
not
to,
saying they
Like
weren't.
Cat Williams.
I mean, not.
I
Obviously,
mean, Cat Williams
is a legend.
dope.
Like,
He's
you
a
know,
legend. He's dope. But like in comedy, name another Cat Williams movie.
Friday After Next.
How many years?
That was years ago, but that still holds up.
Those are
honestly.
still legends. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Where's the catalog? What's more?
I mean, but he's
GTA
more of
4.
like I don't.
That's not a movie.
Well, that's a good game, but he had his comedy sketches and Keke Palmer were the best part of it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like no, because those are literal comic specials.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like the craft itself, you're only as good as your cast. And so in this movie, you had Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld. You had I forgot his last name, but Darius. And then you had rising stars like Miles Carlton and
Introducing a new actor too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so like, and even those guys were like established singers and songwriters. Not saying that SZA isn't, and SZA does have that audience. It's a larger audience than like most artists on the fucking planet. But those actors to that degree and to that pedigree, and also the subject matter of what they're talking about, and the subject matter of what it is, it's like you're as good as your cast and you're as good as your script. That's really what it comes down to, because if those two are like, all right, no, that's a really good script. If you take the script for Issa Rae's movie, I'm forgetting the name.
One
I
of Them
apologize.
Days.
One of Them Days. And then you take it to Sinners, two holistically different movies.
Right.
Drastically different messages and drastically two different things that are trying to tell a similar message of like protect black culture. But it comes down to the casting, to the marketing, to if the studio's behind it, if XYZ. So it's a lot more politics involved rather than it just being, here's a good movie.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't really say which one, like, I can't really put a category on it because of how much politics are involved when it comes to making a film that like aren't really expressed or talked about.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm just like I want to challenge you
Yeah.
guys' points because you guys are really upselling this movie.
I'm upselling the
if
story.
If I go
I
to
love
this
the
fucking
story.
movie theater and this shit is ass, I'm really comfortable.
You can.
No,
Go
like,
for it.
no,
Go
like-
for it. Go for it.
Like, if we had this podcast like around the same time that One of Them Days was out, like I was lobbying hard for this movie because this was a low budget film.
Yeah.
And then I personally wanted to see a low budget film succeed because that brings hope to the rest of us. So
Right.
Yeah.
Issa Rae is like she's helping pave the way
She
for
is.
us in the future.
She is.
Yeah.
And not only that, the movie made its money back and then some.
Yeah.
So it succeeded.
And then got a Netflix deal.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Because I think that's Sony, that's TriStar, so that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And Sony has like a deal with Netflix already. So yeah, if you guys want to watch that movie, it's on Netflix. I highly recommend it.
Great
I've
movie.
been lobbying for this movie since it came out. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
But Sinners.
No, and
Yeah, please
to,
get into the
but,
story.
Like, nah, but like to your point, though, I will. But like,
I'm gonna talk about the audio real quick.
but to your
before
guys,
that.
yeah, but to your guys' point though, like that's why I'm saying it's like two different messages and two different like reasons behind making each film. Issa Rae's paving the way for us on the lower end, right? But once we get past the lower end and once we like break that barrier of entry, then you have Ryan Coogler breaking down barriers and walls for us to make franchise films. Like it's too like you can't put a category on any of it because it's two different people working for the overall same goal.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah,
Audio.
and they love the craft.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Audio. Something that I'm personally still working on myself. I'm learning as much as audio as I can, but I'm more of a camera guy and more of a guy in front and behind the camera. But yeah, so I would have loved to have watched this with the Dolby Atmos and like their object-based audio because like watching movies in Dolby Atmos is absolutely amazing. Now I gotta say, this IMAX 6-track audio was outstanding. It was beautiful. Like when the bass came in, came in.
It
Like,
fucked.
you can hear all the little details like in the sound. It was amazing.
It fucked hard.
It was.
It fucked harder than the Honda Odyssey. It did.
You know what it's giving to me?
What's up?
When you guys said that, it's kind of giving me the start of the song Deja Vu by Beyonce. Bass. Boom, boom, boom.
Bass.
808s. Hi-hats.
Right, speaking of musicals, the original songs in that movie, like aside from one of them because it wasn't meant for anybody to bump. I remember going to this guy like, "Hey, would you bump this one?" He's like, "Nah." And then one song later, and he's like, "I'll bump this one."
Well, no. Here's the thing, though. Like that one song, I didn't realize the importance of it. We're gonna get there. I swear to God, I know I keep saying we're gonna get there, but we are.
We are gonna get there. Hold on, we're gonna get there.
Yeah, but let me off rip though. Like I gotta apologize about that one because that one has like cultural significance that I just blew over my head.
I was just messing with you.
No, but you're right though. You're right though.
It sounded corny like from the rip.
It sounded corny because there were white people playing it to black people, and we're black people watching the movie. We're like, what the fuck are you doing?
And then they hit it with the Pirates of the Caribbean type shit. I was like, oh.
Not the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hold the fuck up.
No. I was hitting shiver me. Bro, I was like, shiver me timbers in this bitch. Like, hold up. I was like, hold up.
Oh my God.
No, you guys missed it, but
Irish race.
if you tune into the Patreon, we were listening to a little bit of the soundtrack, and it
slaps
gave
hard.
just for somebody who
did an
hasn't seen
Irish
it
jig.
yet, it gave like Viking ass music.
Yeah.
Valhalla in this sucker.
No, literally.
Wow. Yeah. No, it fucked. It's great. I love the soundtrack.
And then the score from Ludwig. Sorry, I'm pronouncing your name wrong.
I don't know if I say Ludwig Garrison because I'm a filthy American.
I just pronounced things wrong.
Ludwig.
But honestly, like I've been like loving this guy's like soundtrack since Black Panther. Like, oh my goodness.
Did you listen to Childish Gambino?
I have not. No.
Do you listen to Childish Gambino?
I mean, I
Not
listen to
like
his music,
actively,
but
but
Like
his
because the
old
internet,
music.
because the internet and shit
okay,
like
because
that.
of the internet, that was great. That was great.
Yo, you've been listening to him before Black Panther. He produced the entirety of Because the Internet by Childish Gambino.
Interesting. Is that the
I
album
need
with
to hear more of this
3005?
guy.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
he.
yeah.
He produced 3005.
I love Pink Toes. That's my
Pink Toe-
shit.
Ludwig.
Rainbows,
Ludwig.
sunshine.
Yeah. You like the music for Atlanta?
Yeah.
Ludwig.
I mean, for me, I like Sweatpants and
Sweatpants are great.
was it Oakland Avenue?
Telegraph F.
Oakland Ave. This nigga took it to the hood.
All right. Telegraph Avenue.
You walking 9 to 5. I'm sorry.
That's a late night.
All right,
song,
but
right?
circle
Yeah.
back.
But yeah.
Black people. More black people.
Oh, hold on. Before that,
No, I was circling back to you.
Ludwig Göransson. Like you have made some of the best soundtrack I've ever listened to. I'm like, this guy's like, I will put him against Hans Zimmer. So it's like, oh my, it's amazing.
It's so sinister.
Yeah. I was like, first of all, listening to this one, it's like, okay, this is feeling like old timey. All right, I can get with this. And then all of a sudden, it starts getting metal. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then and here's the crazier part. It didn't feel off-putting. It fits. It still fits.
It does. Like at first, it's jarring as fuck because you aren't expecting it, but it fits.
Yeah.
It just flows.
And then like it just keeps on going. It just he just keeps on upping the ante as the movie keeps on going. It's insane. It's insane, and then especially when I like bass. Especially when the bass hits, and then the drums start kicking. Go.
Are you all about that bass, no trouble?
Oh, come on, Megan. Friend of the pod.
I mean, that song slapped really hard.
It does.
Back in the day, Megan, thank you for that song. But I mean, I turn the treble down, turn the bass up in the car. You know me.
Yeah, that's true.
I need to have the car shaking until it's rattling into pieces.
All right.
But yeah, like the sound, like honestly, like I feel like he's definitely gonna get nominated for best score.
Has to.
Interesting.
Has to.
It is like this is like one of the scores like I've never heard.
This is
before
up there
to
with
this
Interstellar.
degree.
Yeah, this is up there with Interstellar.
Interstellar, I love that score.
Yeah, no, this is
It is.
this movie is a phenomenal piece of cinema.
It's
Like
amazing.
we're gassing it up with purpose. Like it's
Yeah,
right.
like you guys need to see it. There's so many formats, so don't feel bad if you didn't catch it in 70 millimeter, because there's so many formats to watch movies, so many ways to experience this movie. There is no wrong way to experience this movie.
Yeah.
For me personally, the best experience was a 70 millimeter on film because that was my first time
Packed
seeing it in
theater.
film.
Packed
Theater
theater.
too.
That's
Like
what's up.
every single seat was filled up. Like the last two guys I sat next to was like, "Yo, we got the last seats."
Yeah, the dude who sat like furthest to like our right,
Yeah.
he sat when he first sat down. He was like, "I just showed up. I was so happy. This is the last seat."
Bruh.
Like the entire theater was packed, and everyone stayed till
The end.
The end.
And
the
niggas,
end.
The
niggas
end.
clapped twice. This is not like there was like so there's like a mid credit scene and like niggas when like the credits started rolling, people clapped and the mid credit scene happened and then and that was the end and the niggas clapped and then they clapped 3 times because there was a post credit scene at
Yeah.
the very end and then niggas clapped again. Like it reminded me of Infinity War and Endgame, like for like a random movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I love cinema.
Yeah,
This is why I love
man.
cinema.
This is why we got into this business.
Not you got inspired. That's great.
I am so.
I wrote 3 pages of a script when I got home.
See, like Ryan Coogler is the type of timing I want to be on.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like this has inspired
Talk your shit,
me.
talk
like,
your shit.
Like I'm gonna scrap all my scripts. I'm going back writing new ones. I'm talking about
Yeah.
a bigger scale. Then I
Yeah.
gotta scale it down because I'm broke.
Nah, the anatomy lesson, dog. All
Yeah,
that
bro.
shit is going into the anatomy lesson.
Yeah.
Right, like Ryan Coogler, if you're somehow listening to this, you have inspired us to
Yeah.
be better, to think bigger.
Period.
Like you have, like we love cinema, but you have like reignited that fire. It bursted so hot; those flames are blue.
Oh,
That's
shit.
how hot we're
Oh,
talking.
damn. All right, shit.
real.
Holy shit.
Jeffrey trying to fuck,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
God damn. It's crazy.
I don't know what that last part. But
Trying to get a little west side?
We'll catch you on Oakland.
He will catch you on Oakland.
I've been making drives, but.
Alright.
I've been driving for production stuff.
That's not what you
Man.
implied. That's not what you implied.
You see what I'm dealing with?
You said it. I didn't say anything.
I drove the,
Continue so I
drove
can
the
continue.
Emerald.
Continue.
Oh, okay, like all fun and games, but like
Dead ass though. Thank you.
this, like watching this movie and film, this has truly been an experience that I will never forget, unless I get amnesia. But I will never forget this experience. It was so real. I was like darn near to tears at times. It's just thinking about it's already bringing me to tears. Like it was such a beautiful and surreal experience. Thank you.
I have a question for you, or for
Yeah.
you guys. So, is there another like black film that I guess you guys can say that like has inspired you to like this magnitude before?
Oh, hold on, give me a minute.
I gotta think about it too. I don't know. Wait,
Like
So, movie of the year?
like black lead or like completely black done.
both.
I can do a black lead movie.
Sorry to bother you.
That was a great movie.
That's a good one. Black lead, Denzel Washington's Macbeth for A24. That was really good.
Oh, the tragedy of Macbeth on Apple TV Plus.
That's my favorite Macbeth movie. That one inspired me a lot
great.
because it was just like traditionally white casted roles played by black people. Like Macduff is played by fucking the actor who played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton.
I'm weak.
Yeah,
That was a
and
fun movie, too.
and that movie is fucking phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
but like that Straight Outta Compton is another one. That's another really good one. That like low key inspired me.
Watch the uncut version. Awesome.
I
But,
guess
like one-to-one inspiration like this that makes me like want to like hit the pad like pen like put pen to paper like
Put
belt
pen-
to ass.
yeah.
No, Not really.
So this is like the
like with Black Panther. Like I already want to write comic books. So like Black Panther is just like, oh, continue.
Yeah.
And so like, fuck, dude. Like no, I'm trying to think, man.
This is hard.
Oh damn. That's a good question. That's a fucking great question.
so I'm
Holy
like, y'all
shit.
are like inspired, like
Yeah, that was a
inspired.
Good goddamn
All right, well,
question.
we definitely want to preface this by saying like we're not knocking any other Black film creators out there because like you guys have been putting the work that
You
we
have.
have been dreaming of
Yeah.
reaching one day. So you guys have been paving the way for the next generation, and I honestly really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think for
But
me
then we
to
saw this
answer the
movie in
question,
film, so
though,
it's a little bit different.
like to answer the question, my own question, it's like out there, but like the movie that really like inspired me the most, which wasn't like an all black cast, but it was created by a black person, was honestly like the scary movies, like Keaton Wayne's,
those were good.
because
I
like,
was thinking scary movie or Sipping Tea in the Hood, but like I don't write comedy.
yeah,
So it's
like
fuck.
like I don't know, like I think those movies for me just taught me that like you don't have to take it too serious sometimes, like you know, like you actually can.
You can make
You
it.
can have fun,
You
like-
can have exactly. Yeah, you can make it fun. Like Sipping Tea, how not to be a menace in South Central. Or Sipping Tea in
Yeah.
Your Hood. Like that's a good one. Fuck.
I mean, even like it's not that I hate this movie.
Nope. Yeah. No, it's got to be Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, okay, even though I don't hate this movie, but I strongly like dislike it because of just trauma surrounding the movie.
No, shit.
But
Okay, that's fine.
but Baby Boy,
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I agree.
it's
It-
great. It's a good movie.
but
It's
then-
good.
but it's
Asterisk.
yeah, it's like
It's like Temple of
it's a
Doom,
good one,
Indiana
the
Jones.
asterisk.
yeah. Temple of Doom is probably the best Indiana Jones.
Asterisk. Because
That's
of its
crazy.
Asian cultural appropriation and racism.
Okay, well, yes.
That's why I said asterisk. This is coming from an Indiana Jones super fan.
Yeah,
like, this,
no,
it's,
I
it's
love
like,
Indiana Jones.
But like, because like I can't get past the racism because it's so apparent. It's
Yeah.
so there. Like Indiana Jones shows up to like that small village like a colonizer. Like I can't.
Welcome to old Disney.
Right.
That was
I'm weak.
that was
Now-
Steven Spielberg too. Like what do you made Jurassic Park like 3 years earlier? Oh my god.
Now you really had to stumble that question though.
Yeah, but it's either.
I
it
mean,
might
I need
just
Jordan
be
Peele.
Nope by Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Nope by
Jordan Peele is
yeah.
absolutely amazing. Going from
Might be
comedy to
Nope.
horror and then doing it great too. I'm more
Yeah.
thrilled about it.
But
because-
I can, to answer your previous question though, if I were to put him into like a category for like the lane he's in, specifically the lane he's in, not with Issa Rae or anything like
Right.
that, like the lane, like breaking down barriers for people on larger stages, he's in the category of Jordan Peele.
Interesting. Okay.
That's like, especially after this movie. Like before, he did a lot of franchise movies, but after this movie,
Yeah.
this one is like, holy shit, dude.
Okay.
It's like,
finding a deal, not a problem.
yeah, like I told you guys this off camera, and you weren't here for it, but having sat with it for 24 hours and did the research on it, it is the most Jordan Peele Ryan Coogler movie.
I had a feeling like they also had an interview together.
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but
But so is that all the technical stuff you want to talk about? Is that
This
it?
nigga is
I
ready.
mean, I mean, we talked about the digital formats. We talked about the film formats and how much it was amazing. We talked about the audio. I can probably go about the cameras, but I didn't do too much research about that, except for the fact they obviously shot on IMAX
Yeah, yeah,
cameras
yeah.
with that like huge film stock. But otherwise, no, I think I got everything technical wise, and at least as far as my knowledge is. And there's probably a lot more that went into it. So probably like with the audio mastering with like Sony's company, and like with just like the film development in total, because like
Yeah.
that's a whole process, like developing those negatives, and like the whole like the lighting situation.
Editing
too.
must have had to been a bitch.
Dude, editing.
Absolutely.
And then like another thing that's like I'm still trying to wrap my head around is like how did they have Michael B. Jordan in there twice?
It was a stunt double.
It was a stunt double, so they use like CGI afterwards, or like
Yeah, they use CGI afterwards. Well, yes and no.
yes and no.
So for like a lot of the scenes, whenever like they're standing next to each other, CGI. But when it came to when it would do the cuts between them,
Then
it would like the stunt double was over Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan would be in his brother's clothes, and then vice versa. Yeah, like he like worked his ass off. Apparently, like everybody on that set was just like he's getting awards.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This movie's gonna get hella awards. It's gonna be
Honestly,
insane.
after watching Severance and how they've been playing like the duality personality, Michael B. Jordan, welcome to the club.
Because you forget, I swear to God, you forget it's the same nigga.
It's
You
the same
do.
guy.
Like they have such distinct personalities. and
Okay,
such,
hold on.
like-
You're gonna get into it because I'm like I didn't know that there was like
You know
two.
what?
of
you,
the
you
same
didn't watch the
person.
trailers?
No, I'm not a big trailer watcher.
Okay, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah,
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into
The
that.
trailer is the reason why I watched the movie.
Yeah.
Just learning more
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
On a technical front.
There's so much lore.
it's a lot.
It's a lived-in universe, which is why I'm like, after having sat with it again, I wouldn't be mad if they made a sequel because of how much lore there is. And like, don't set it in the 90s. Don't do any of that. Set it again in the past. Make it another timepiece.
I would like to disagree with that. I feel like
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, I want to know about this movie.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna get there. All right, cool. All right, cool.
Milo, take it away.
All right. So I'm gonna run down all of the characters in the movie because I'm gonna reference them casually, and you're gonna be like, "Who's that?" So I'm gonna give you a basis of so you know who's who.
So you're gonna tell me this?
Yeah.
And I'm honestly going to be continuous. Like I'm probably gonna keep asking.
That's fine. I love answering questions.
Page might help.
Okay.
Yeah. So Michael B. Jordan plays a set of twins in the movie.
Okay.
Those twins are known as the Smokestack twins.
Smokestacks.
There is Smoke and Stack.
That's funny. Okay.
So here's the thing. I grew up listening to blues. My dad was a big blues head and jazz head. So I grew up listening to all that. When I first heard their name, I like internally freaked out because their names are references to a blues song by an artist called Howlin' Wolf, off of his most famous song that you've heard in like a lot of like blaxploitation movies, that like modern blaxploitation movies that are like recalling or referencing back to those type of movies, where it's called Smokestack Lightning. And that's the name that they got it from. Smokestack Twins, Smoke, Stack, and then Smokestack Lightning. That's the whole thing. God, so that's Smoke and Stack. Those niggas. Those niggas.
Definitely the best part of the
Yeah.
the best characters in the entire
Ooh,
film.
really?
In
Yeah,
my
they're
opinion,
pretty up there, but like Sammy. All right. The
You know what,
entire
you know what?
movie rests on this dude named Sammy. This kid, poor fucking kid. Jesus Christ. He had the greatest night and also the most traumatic night of his life in the span of 12 hours. Like it was the greatest day for like a solid 12 hours and then the worst night of his life for 8. Like it was
That's crazy.
No, not even for 8. It was like for like 5 cuz like
The entire movie took place in one. Like,
oh my god.
majority of the story took
Okay,
place in one,
okay.
which is the craziest
So Sammy is a musician whose father is a preacher. He wants to leave his little town of Clarksdale, Mississippi, so that he can go on and be a traveling musician, a blues musician, because it's set in 1932.
Okay.
So it's after World War I,
Right.
which is important that you know this. You need to understand this is after World War I because Smoke served in World War I.
Okay.
And he has shakes and tremors because of his trauma overseas. So he can't roll his own cigarettes. Stack rolls his cigarettes for him, which is why his name is Smoke. The homeboy's name is Stack is because he's just a badass motherfucker who punches people in the face and talks real slick.
You said this was in 35?
32.
32. Okay.
Yeah, 1932. So Smoke and Stack, after serving in the military together, it's revealed that like Smoke kept Stack alive during war and all that stuff, and like he's always protected him, which is apparent because there's a story that's told to Sammy about how the Smokestack twins, his father used to beat them, and at one point Stack got beat so bad he was rendered unconscious, and when he woke up, Smoke killed their father.
Okay, word.
Yeah, like he was unconscious, and then like Smoke. We don't even hear Smoke's side of it. We just hear Stack's point of view of it, which is that he was rendered unconscious, and when he woke up, Smoke was covered in blood, and the dad was dead.
Damn.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
And then that's whenever they fucked off and like ran away, and then they joined the military and all that stuff. And then after the military, they went to Chicago and worked for the Chicago outfit, which is the term for the mafia organization run by Al Capone.
Oh. Okay.
I swear to God, this movie is so historically accurate. It scratched that.
So many subtle things. I'll fly over your head the first time.
Really? You didn't know about you? Really?
You see, I don't do history.
Okay. Don't make me like a history nerd. I am a history
you're a
nerd.
big
I am
I'm a
history
tech nerd. You're a history nerd. Deal with it.
I am. I'm gonna leave it alone. But no, and so they served in World War One, got out of the war, realized they needed money. There weren't really many opportunities for black people who served in World War One because World War One was still segregated.
Okay.
So they joined up with Al Capone. After a while, they came back to their hometown of Clarksdale, Mississippi, and they bought land from who they knew was a member of the KKK.
Okay.
But there was so much money, they thought naively that the person they bought it from would just leave them alone, even though they're part of the Klan.
Right. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. That's a major plot point.
Right.
Remember that. So that's Sammy. So that's the Smokestack Twins and Sammy. Sammy is their cousin who wants to play music, and he got a guitar from who you're originally led to believe to be a famous blues musician that they won off in a card game. In actuality, Smoke reveals later in the movie that the guitar that they gave Sammy was their father's.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's that guitar that saved their lives. I swear to God. More into that later. But so that's Sammy, and that's the Smokestack Twins. You get into Smoke's wife. I forgot her fucking name, but she's a Haitian voodoo woman.
Ruthie.
I'm
looking at the cast list.
Yeah, Ruthie, she is a Haitian voodoo woman.
Okay.
Who still practices, prays to the Loa, the Haitian voodoo spirits, and makes hex badges and hex bags and fucking other bags like fucking what does she call it? Juju bags.
Okay.
And magic is very real. So that's the wife, and then there's Cornball. He's funny as fuck, but like he doesn't really factor in outside of the fact that he gets turned into a vampire. And then cornbread. And then there's for the most part those three characters. Oh, and Haley Steinfeld's character, Mary.
It was Beatrice.
Beatrice.
Oh, okay.
And then Haley Steinfeld's character is named Mary, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Mary. Mary is part black.
Okay.
Like 25%.
So they
Like
so they,
17.
I'm like, so they couldn't get.
No, Haley is actually part black in real life.
Good for her.
Yeah, so swear to God, I did the research. It's all in interviews. You can go look it up.
I'm screaming. He physically went through her 23andMe and saw.
Whoa, now. But no, Haley
Talk
Steinfeld.
about dedication to research.
No,
Okay.
swear to God, no. Haley Steinfeld is part black. So whenever Ryan Coogler casted her, and like he knew that about her already. So when he casted
got her saying nigga.
yeah, no.
Hold on. I think that word got a sense maybe.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the most insane thing said in this movie. It earns its R rating. There's a scene with Cornbread and his wife where so it's Stack, and Stack goes like, fuck you and your wife. And like Cornbread is like, all right, I'm about to beat the black off you. You should never come back from Chicago. Oh. And his wife goes, hold on, how much you offering? And Stack goes, I'm offering enough money to make her let you fuck her rough.
Oh.
You remember that now? Yeah. And he goes, not that slow shit you giving him right now either. You might even let him put his pecker in your mouth. And I was like, nigga. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like there's another.
And she said, wait, hear him out.
Yeah, yeah. And when he went to go fight Stack, she was like, hold on, how much are you paying?
Hear him out.
Exactly. Yeah. And then there's like other scenes too. Like there's a scene where it's like they're driving down the road. It's Stack and Sammy, and they're in a car, and it's like you cut into the conversations in this movie like midway through, so you don't get the setup, you don't get the prelude or anything like that. And already the camera cuts to them, and it's Stack describing in intricate detail how to lick a woman's clit to Sammy. And he's just like, you don't lick it too fast, but you don't lick it too hard either. It's like that ice cream cone you get from the market.
That was the ice cream cone you were
This is sounding
about.
very straight.
It's so straight it made me uncomfortable. I'm a straight man. Like that's like there's a moment where I saw him in the corner of my eye. We both adjusted in our seats. Like that's like, oh my God. So
It's rated R for a reason.
So this is all the beginning of the movie. Like, you're finding all of this out about the characters at the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
And it makes you forget you're watching a horror movie.
Yeah.
Because of, like, how charismatic everything is, how, like, low-key and, like, subtle, and, like, how you nigga. First 5 minutes of the movie. You're cut. It's Sammy fucked up with a broken guitar, the same guitar that I just talked about. Broken guitar, driving up to a church. And you hear them praising God. It's Sunday morning. He goes over there. He has slashes on his neck and face. He's fucked up. He stumbles into this church.
Blood everywhere.
And the moment he opens up the doors, there's a flash cut to one of the moments in the night, and it's like a jump scare. It scared the shit out of me. First 5 minutes.
That got me too. Like that just happened. Like a chord.
Yeah, like it scared me so bad. Jeffrey went, "It's okay." Because oh my god, But no, and outside of that opening sequence, it makes you forget it's a horror movie.
Okay.
Because they're going around, because Smoke and Stack split up, and Sammy goes with Stack, and Smoke goes off into town, where they split off to go set up the night, because there is the grand opening of a juke joint.
Okay.
That they recently bought. And as they're going along, you're meeting a bunch of different characters. Like, there's an Asian couple who runs 2 stores, and their stores are basically convenience stores, much like how out here we have Asian people primarily running convenience stores.
Is this Lisa Chow and Bo Chow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest in power.
Oh.
We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later. But no, that's just like the start of like the cultural significance of like selectively choosing your cast members, because they're in the South. The KKK is rampant. And with black people, we do like to focus on what happened with us individually as a sect of people. We do. We absolutely do. But the KKK weren't just after us. And that's what the movie is saying. And that's what the movie's reminding you, and constantly reminding you, because that Asian couple, they run 2 convenience stores. But they know about the KKK, and they in casual conversation they reference about how it's hard in the South, and then you get into Mary. Mary is the only one, Haley Steinfeld's character, to have the most like complete life, because Stack white passing A, and B, Stack set her up, because the Smokestack twins were really cool with their mom, and that's how they met Mary. Mary's mom took them in after they killed their dad, and like gave them a warm bed and raised them as her own. The reason why Mary's even in town on this fateful night is because the day before she buried her mom. And
sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. And what makes it worse is Stack's conversation with her at the train station. Stack, the fucking Stack. So she's like, "You couldn't have sent flowers to her wake," and he goes, "Nope." And
she's like, "I sent it to her when she was alive."
Yeah, she could smell them when she was alive. That's what he says.
Oh, period. I mean, that's real. That's a Kanye bar.
It gets worse. Like off rip, I was like, all right, that's whatever. That's a whatever statement. Like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. You said it to her face, but like, I get it.
I mean,
but it gets worse. No, it gets worse. It gets worse. And then he goes, I thought we agreed we were never going to see each other again. And she goes, "That was after you stuck your tongue in my cooch and fucked me real hard. I thought you were going to change your mind."
Okay, so that's different.
and this is where it goes off the rails. Okay. And he doesn't say anything. And she goes, "Well, I thought that she meant more to you and Smoke than just a warm bed and a hot meal." And he goes, "Yep, nope, that's all she was, a warm bed and a hot meal." And she goes, "All right, fuck you." And then essentially leaves. Like after that, she leaves. And she sticks around because she hears about the juke joint, and just out of spite goes. Her life has changed because of that choice.
Got it.
So that's Mary.
Okay. For the better or for the worse, so we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I had to think about that. But no, so that's setting the stage for a lot of these other characters. Another character is Slim, Delta Slim. He's a harmonica player who plays the blues. He kind of becomes de facto Sammy's mentor. Okay. Because Sammy wants to get into the blues, and he's just like, "What do you know about the blues? You don't look a day older, like 21 or whatever." And so...
And the comic relief.
Yeah, and the comic nigga. He is so fucking funny.
Off the rip.
Off the rip. And so all these characters are assembled, and they go to the juke joint, set it up, whatever, the juke joint starts. Cornbread is watching the door. That's important because Cornbread's only job in the movie, his only job that he magically fucks up on, is watching the door. All you have to do, stand still and watch the goddamn door.
Yeah.
The party's going well. They're losing money though. Like they figure out that like after 2 months they'll be out of fresh cash because they're paying with
Plantation tokens.
plantation water tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing with plantation water tokens because they're still freed, like they're freed slaves, but they still need work, so they still work on plantations, which is why the movie opens up with them picking cotton and stuff like that.
So it's like glorified freedom.
Yeah, that is you hit one of the central themes on the head. Mm-hmm. So everybody, the entire town pitches in to help make this juke joint a success. It goes off well. Everything's going great. And then that's when the fuckery starts because this troop. Oh wait, no, I didn't. So this random.
You skipped the scene.
I did skip a scene. I skipped a major
Oh,
scene.
we're literally going scene by scene.
We'll play by
So
play.
do I need to watch the movie?
Yes. Because I'm glossing over a lot of fucked up dialogue for your benefit.
Okay, great.
No. So after everybody sets up at the juke joint, the sun's starting to go down, and this random white man falls from the sky in frame. That's not a bit. That's what happens. He falls into frame from the sky, and he stumbles into this house. He gets to this house. It's opened up by two white people with guns. Like it's a couple who have guns.
Pump action shotgun.
Yeah. And as he's like trying to convince his way to like let them invite him in, he notices that they're part of the Klan. That on their bed, there's a Klan mask and outfit. And he talks about how like these Native Americans, he doesn't use the term Native Americans. I am. These Native Americans are hunting him down for some reason. They let him in. They threaten the Native Americans to knock at the door. He's just like, may God have mercy on your souls for who you just let the fuck into your house. They leave, and the wife goes back inside, and she calls out the husband's name, comes to find out the husband is dead on the floor. The dude is drenched in his blood from the mouth. And that,
so is this not?
This is the first vampire that we see in the movie.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because after
so
that,
it's vampires.
It is vampires.
It's vampires, yeah.
Okay.
It's scary as shit though. Like biblically accurate oh god. And so
You can see the fear in his eyes right
No,
now.
literally.
and so these vampires, and so the husband gets up. He's a vampire now. She screams at the top of her lungs. She gets turned into a vampire. They find out that right at the beginning of the movie, there's a folklore legend about how in each tradition of people in each different culture, there was one person who plays the music so well that they could conjure the spirits of ancestors and the future.
Okay.
Yeah, like the past, present, and future.
Yeah, that like they have such an in-tune, in-depth emotional
You
connection.
just saying that, I now understand the significance of this guitar.
Yes.
I get it now.
Yes.
Okay.
And also the entire soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It fucks. So that's the thing. And so back at the juke joint, it's Sammy's turn to play the blues. And so, he plays a song called I Lied to You, which is in deference to his father, talking about how, like, yeah, I know I should be praising the Lord, but I lied to you. I'm in love with the blues.
Yeah.
Kicks off this entire fucking cross-generational montage.
Oh, wait, hold up. And this is also the one-er scene where the aspect ratio goes from 2.76 to 1.43.
Yeah.
This is when it opens up to the full might of that IMAX screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it like kicks off this generational montage where it's like you get the like African roots of like the people in the proper accoutrement and what they look like, and then you get into. And then somebody from like the 80s shows up, and it looks like Jimi Hendrix, and he's playing the electric guitar. And then as like,
that's what threw me off.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
wait,
like because at first I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, right, cross generational, the legend. Yeah, the cross generational legend, all that stuff happened, and I was like, all right, cool, yeah, we see the African people is in touch with his roots, that's what's up. And then Jimi Hendrix fucking shows up, and he's playing the same blues song but on an electric guitar. And then as they keep going throughout the jukebox. Like the juke joint, there's Crips sea walking in the corner of the scene, like white t-shirt, khaki pants, blue Converse, blue bandana around the neck, Crip walking on, and then it goes into like the betting room where like they're throwing down cards and shooting dice and all that stuff, and there are bloods at the roulette table, and they're dancing. And that's when the G-funk hits in the song, and then like it just keeps going and going and going, and it escalates to this point where you heard it, the ear-piercing scream.
Yeah.
That was him That was like the main character. That was Sammy singing at the top of his lungs, and then it cuts to this beautiful moment of like the entire juke joint burned down.
Yeah, like the camera like pans up,
Yeah.
goes into the sky,
Yeah.
and then comes out, looks down. The whole thing is burned. That's all
Yeah.
part of that wonder.
Yeah, but like they're all burned down, but like it's almost like a bonfire because the fire's surrounding them, and they're all inside dancing still, and Cornbread is still at the front door sitting there, and it's like this like cultural moment of like, oh shit, this is like an African bonfire. Like that's what they're insinuating, that's what they're implying. And then the camera turns, and then much like fucking colonizers, the 3 vampires are there, and they're watching it, and that's whenever the main bad guy, his name is Remick, gets the idea. And his idea is that he wants that kid.
Sammy.
Yeah, he wants Sammy.
Okay.
Also, end of wonder at that point.
Yeah.
Insane wonder. And if you guys want to learn more about how wonders work, check out the last episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
Plug.
But no, and that's the end of, like, for the most part, Act 1. That's, like, pretty much the end of Act 1. Act 2 is where... Damn.
You said time's almost up.
Yeah, damn.
We're at an hour and 14 minutes right
Damn.
now. I know. But when we said we had a lot to unpack,
We do have a lot to
we
unpack
were
with this
not
movie.
playing.
We have a lot.
Y'all, what you guys just witnessed was Jasper telling them to wrap this shit up.
To shut the fuck up. That's what he told my ass. He was like, shut the fuck up, Milo.
Okay, let's skip Act 2.
Well, no, Act 2 is scary as shit. I'm just going to
Okay.
say, like,
yeah,
let's gloss
No,
over that.
you have to gloss over the whole thing. at this point.
Pretty much fucking, there's this Haley Steinfeld's character. She goes out and she's just like, let me check out the white people who we turned down at the door. She goes after them, and they weird her out to the point that she like pulls a gun out on them and then like turns her back and leaves. I was scared by that point, and I audibly out loud said, why did you turn your back? Because when she turned around, so she was in focus, walking towards the camera. Nigga in the background, the Remick in the background.
Literally chilling, waiting for her.
No. So they were sitting down. She walked away from them. She's walking towards the camera. The background's blurred. We see the outline of what he is, and he levitates and he flies, and it cuts.
That's
like,
what that dumbass get.
So you're right here. You're walking towards me. Remick's right behind you,
and he just starts flow.
and he just not slow. Not
Yeah.
slow,
No,
like just
it was
whoop. He just whoop, smash cut, and I was like, like I audibly in the theater. Why did you turn around? And
Hey, shout out to the editor though.
yeah. And the next time we see her is her walking up, no blood on her, anything like that. We don't know what the fuck happened to this bitch. Walking up and
Bitch
she
used colloquially.
colloquially, respect women, shouts out. And the bitch walks up.
Mary walks up.
Yeah, thank you. Mary walks up and she goes up to Cornbread. I don't want to keep saying ball. Cornbread. And Cornbread is like, hey, what the fuck were you doing outside? And then she says, invite me in.
Oh, so she got
turned, but you don't know that at the time because you don't know the rules. But you don't know that at the time because you don't know the rules yet, because every vampire universe they have to establish their own rules for the vampires.
Okay, now that's new.
Well, yeah,
that's a new fact for me.
So like you saw Twilight, right?
Yes.
Twilight, vampires don't burn in the sun; they sparkle.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, wooden
Super
stakes
not
don't hurt
good.
them; they break like glass.
Yeah.
Those are the rules of Twilight vampires. And here, it's very much like Bram Stoker's Dracula. You have to be invited in. Garlic, steaks, fire, sunlight, all that shit fucks them up.
Okay.
So, first mistake, she gets invited in. She goes
think
in.
it was supposed to be watching the door, let this bitch in. Because like, why would she ask to come into a place that she already's been to, right?
Repeatedly
Yeah.
for hours on end by this point. So she comes in. She goes to go have sex with Stack because they had a thing.
Right.
Right.
But then at first she was kind of despised, so then now she's okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
So she goes to go have sex with Stack. Sammy walks in on them because Smoke is like, "Go get my brother." Sammy goes, "Oh," and then closes the door. He goes back to Smoke. Smoke's like, "Where the fuck is my brother?" I told you to go get his ass. And he's like, "He's making love. I'm not gonna go do that alone."
Okay. Hold on. Can I predict what the ending is?
Go ahead.
Is it brother versus brother? Because the brother gets
No.
turned.
Well, that's an aspect of the ending, yes, but
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
I'm like, I mean, you got like one of the pivotal points
Yeah.
of the stories. Yeah.
So yeah, this is where Stack gets turned.
Yeah.
By Haley Steinfeld.
Okay.
Smoke walks in. Haley Steinfeld's eating his fucking brother. He's like, "What the fuck?" Pulls out both guns, shoots the shit out of her. She falls, and he's like, "All right, cool. She's dead. My brother's dying." She gets up, smiles, and says, "We're gonna kill every last one of y'all," and then
Runs out.
physically bolts out of the juke joint, and like she pushes Cornbread's big ass so hard, this nigga falls.
Oh, shit.
And he goes, "Oh, oh."
Okay, I'm sorry. Like that scene was diabolical.
No,
and then
no,
she's just legging outside.
Yeah,
So it's funny.
yeah, no, my bad. Cornbread wasn't there. Cornbread went to go take a piss. Cornbread went to go take a piss like a dumbass, left Darius in charge.
There's
Cornbread
a lot
got
of
turned
that.
outside.
Oh.
Yeah.
So everybody and mama just turned into vampires.
Everybody. And so it gets down to the point where everybody's just like, all right, party's over.
But Sammy.
But Sam, hold on, we're gonna get there. So everybody gets
A lot to unpack.
So Stack's like believed to be dead. They close down the juke joint. All the guests go home.
Okay.
What they don't realize is that when they sent all the guests outside, they sent them outside into the arms of the vampires.
Right.
So everybody from the juke joint gets turned. Everybody. Like no, there is not the only humans are the 5 left in
They're
that.
inside,
They're left inside. Stack gets up, he's turned, and he breaks through the door so hard that he nearly knocks Sammy unconscious, and then he also bolts out because he wasn't invited inside.
Right.
So, Jesus. now the movie's not scary anymore because now it's just like, all right, cool. We know it's vampires. We know what the deal is. So they arm themselves. They get the wooden stakes, all that stuff, and they start to get ready. But I really like the main villain. The main villain is arguably the best character in my opinion because he's an Irishman.
He was terrifying.
Yeah, not only that is he terrifying, he wants Sammy because he's an Irishman from the 5th century. In the 5th century, that was whenever the expansion of Christianity happened in Ireland. So in the movie, he references the fact that Christianity took his land and his culture because he was a Celtic Irishman in the 5th century. So he's over 1,000 years old.
Right. Then he was reciting like one of the verses too. Yeah.
So Ramek is over 1,000 years old. He was alive during the Celtic Irish era of that section of the world. Christianity became a widespread religion, and they took both his father's land and his entire culture. And when he became a vampire, he looked around, and there was no one like him left anywhere. Everybody was praising God. There was nobody left who was Celtic in his religion.
Got it.
He was alone. So what he wants to do, the reason why he wants Sammy so fucking bad, is because he wants Sammy so that he can use Sammy, induct him into his little vampiric community of people, like-minded people like him who wants racial equality, so that he can use Sammy to fucking at least see his ancestors again.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a very sympathetic villain who wants to use this kid. He wants to turn this kid into a vampire so that this kid can just bring his people home.
It sounds nice, but it's actually pretty fucked up.
No, it's fucked up on the surface because he's doing fucked up things, but like it also plays into what he told Michael B. The twins, where he's just like, you aren't free because the person, like I said earlier, the person who sold them was who was the Grand Dragon, the KKK chapter of that section of Mississippi.
Yeah.
He was gonna kill them in the morning. So like he sold it to them for the night, and then he was like, "Cool, now I'm going to kill you, and I'm just going to take it all back." Because one of the other vampires who had seen the memories of the members of the Ku Klux Klan was like, "No, this isn't a sawmill. You thought this was going to be a juke joint. This is a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
We sell it to black people, and then we kill the black
and then
people and take the land back."
Got it.
And so it's like really interesting how, I know, but, and
Jasper's like,
yeah, yeah, I know, but
We're
no,
gonna hit an hour and 30.
we are, but there's a scene, I'm just gonna talk about this one scene. This is the most important scene to me in the movie.
Okay.
I think it's the scene whenever they're all dancing. They all hear music inside the juke joint and they look out the windows and it's Ramek and all of the other vampires who return. Haley Steinfeld's character, Stack, Cornbread, and like all the other guests, and they're all dancing to this Irish song that is about Irish immigration. The song is about how this guy is going from another part of Ireland to the city of Dublin, and that mirrors Ramek's journey from Ireland to America because the KKK also went after the Irish. And so it's this impactful scene because it's a joining of cultures. It's like you're all traumatically suffering through this age of America and you don't know what to do. And so instead of unifying together, you're fighting each other. You're making fun of me at the front door with the original song because you don't get it, because you have a different way of doing things instead of working alongside of me. And like that's, while yeah, it's creepy as fuck whenever Ramek every time was just like, I want equality, this is what I want. Like, and if I kill you and you become a vampire, this is how we have it. Yeah, it's creepy as fuck. But isn't that what we want anyways? So like that's why I said it's a Killmonger situation where it's like you recognize the bad guy's a bad guy. You do. He's killing people. Killmonger killed his girlfriend. But Killmonger wants to use the Wakandan resources to help America. Ramek wants to create a vampiric world that has racial equality, no more KKK, and no more racism, no more Jim Crow, no more segregation. But to do it, you have to be vampires and do it forever.
Got it.
So it's like, what's the trade-off? What are you willing to like trade off for that? Like, what are you willing to trade for world peace?
Yeah, no, I think just basically from what you were describing in the beginning, it feels like it's very much like just two themes. What is the price of freedom, and how free is freedom? Yeah, because they came in with the Chicago money, being like, oh, we got Chicago money now, we got Alchemist money now. We can buy whatever we want. But still picking cotton.
We're above racism. Well, no, the Smoke Tech Twins aren't. They came in with nice suits because they think they're above the racism now because they have money, but
right.
they aren't really free. You're gonna die anyways, and that's how. And yeah, like Stack and Haley Steinfeld's character survive. That's whatever. But like that's how Smoke dies. Smoke dies at the end of the movie not because of the vampires, not because of anything. That he survives the night only to die because of the KKK.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sammy is the only one who alive, and there's a post-credit scene. There's a mid-credit scene, actually, where it's 1999, and he's an old man, and he talks about how every night, once a week, ever since the day that night happened, he wakes up paralyzed. But before night fell, that was the greatest day of his life. And it sucks because he lost his virginity that night, and then the woman he lost it to, the woman he fell in love with, became a vampire, and he watched her burn alive.
That's crazy.
She was also married.
We're not gonna talk about that. But no, and like that's really what it comes down to is like, what's the price of freedom? And Sammy is the only one out of everybody in that movie who got proper freedom. He was able, because he got Smoke and Stack's car. He drove out of there. He drove away from the plantation home. He became a blues musician. And then when Stack came to him, and was at the end of the movie when Stack and Haley and Mary, who are now in the 90s and they're dressed in the 90s accoutrements, they show up and they're just like, we can let you keep having this freedom forever if you really want to. Like, if this is really what you want. Sammy makes the ultimate choice, the choice that Ramek should have gave everybody, which was, do you want to be immortal or not? Do you want to be a vampire? And he simply states, as an old man now, still scarred from the experience, facially and emotionally, I've seen enough of this place. And it's like, it's, you were talking about it. It's a masterclass in cinema filmmaking. You said that. You've said that repeatedly. It is a masterclass in how to tell a multi-layered story. Every character is dimensional. Nobody felt, like, it all felt lived in. And it is, like, how it inspired you to write, to do better camera work. It's inspired me to write better, because there is not a single character, there's not a single plot hole that I can find in this movie. And trust me, I've looked. I have poured over, like, there is no plot holes.
Airtight.
It is the most airtight movie I've ever seen in my life, probably. Like, it is the tightest movie. It's quick, it's to the point, you get it, it's done, it's over. And then the nightmare never ends because two of them survived, meaning that they kept going. And it keeps going and it keeps going, because much like racism, it never stops. And it's crazy. Like, fuck, dude.
No, that's real. That's
real. And it's just, and all I could think about every time I think about this movie is like I've seen enough of this place. That's it. Like, that's the power of cinema, man. That script is beautiful. And I guess that's it. That's all I gotta say.
No, I feel like we could really spend, or I feel like, let me not say me. Y'all could spend.
Do you have any questions?
I honestly no, because I just want to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely
no,
watch it.
like-
I feel like
For all you
post
viewers out
Like I
there and
spoiled
the
it,
camera
like
guy,
kind of.
watch it.
I spoiled it kind of, but like I left so much shock value for you still. Like,
Yeah.
like
Honestly-
You are gonna enjoy this movie a lot.
Okay,
Like,
that's the reason
yeah.
why I don't watch trailers, because I like going into shit blind.
Yeah.
So even just regardless of like what you told me, like I'm gonna like hold it, but like I'm still going to experience it like with fresh lens and like,
Yeah.
everything, you know.
You have
Please
not.
do.
But
You have
Like there's a
not.
post credit scene.
but I feel like I understand the story.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's,
one thing about me, I could
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not hard.
listen.
To follow.
I be jumping to conclusions like a motherfucker. So
Yeah.
like, you feel me? This is
Yeah.
I
There is a
get it.
post credit scene though where it's like it's Sammy when he was a young. It's the day before all of that shit went down, and he's sitting in his father's church playing the guitar. And the reason why like that's significant is because throughout the movie he's like, it's my fault, I summoned the devil, I did all this, because it attracted Ramek. I got you. and Sammy feels this way, and we don't really understand why. Like at first we're like, oh, it's because he just played the blues or whatever. We don't really understand why until it's that post credit scene, because that was the moment that like Sammy figured it out, that like he could do it. That's why I said it was foreshadowing. It's because Sammy figured out that he could actually make it as a blues musician, and that's the moment he let the devil in.
Yep. Very poetic.
Yeah.
Well, I will come back with my notes.
Please do. Please.
and
It's
let
an
y'all know.
insane movie. I mean, there's a question I wanted to pose, but I think I'll save that for you, the viewers in the comics. Did Ryan Coogler redefine cinema? This has been All Talk with Jeffrey
And Yuli.
Milo.
and Jasper behind the camera.
Right.
And
Shouts
of
out.
course, we always got to shout out Nick Fury. And honestly, shout out to Ryan Coogler. 'Cause
Shouts
that
out, SO.
was,
Friend of the pod.
Shouts out
that
SO.
was
S.O.
That's
Yes.
SO.
S.O.
Oh yeah, and shout out to Ulises SL because he's seen the movie.
Come
too.
on,
Let's
babe.
go.
Man, this episode was dedicated to you, for real.
Yeah,
I went
this-
deep. I'm sorry.
This was. I mean, I'm not complaining. This was probably my favorite episode.
I hate that I feel like I couldn't contribute.
No,
But-
you did.
No, you posed some really good questions for us.
Yeah.
You got us thinking.
I didn't
You
even
got us
get to
thinking.
get into the soundtrack, man. There's so much in the sound. Like Ramek's origins were revealed on Spotify through the soundtrack. Like he came on a boat. Like it's a whole thing. Like I didn't even get into that part of my notes.
But
And this
we'll
has
save it
been
for
All
when I
Talk.
come back.
Yes, we
and
will.
after I watch it,
Yes, we
because like then I feel like I'll have more to contribute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, don't be scared. Don't let him in.
Don't let him in.